Hi everyone, it's Sloan Rhodes with your Spiritual Self-Mastery class for the week of July 22nd, 2018. So today I'm going to be drawing a card from the Magical Unicorns as the overall energy for the week, and then from the Tarot of the Spirit, 3 cards, one in the position of what the ego may try to distract us with based on the overarching theme, as I do every week. 1 card in the position of what the heart is asking that we explore further, and then 1 card in the position of what we can look forward to or expect throughout the week regardless. Let's go ahead and get started. I hope everyone had a good week last week. Okay. Nope. All right. 2 cards came out. 1 sec. All right. So the overarching theme is share. When you share, everyone feels happy. What a beautiful card. I like that idea. You know, so many times we get so involved with our world and what we think we have to do, and we get very sort of hyper-focused on ourselves. And we forget sometimes that there are gifts that we each have that we can share with others. Gifts, resources, even a smile, energetic exchanges that will benefit not just others but ourselves. And sharing can take many forms, of course, but it looks like during this week we're all being asked to open up a bit more and think a little bit outside of our usual bubble. And I know many times we feel very, again, self-involved or self-conscious, and sometimes we don't even feel like we have something to offer. But again, it doesn't have to be money or resources or even your time, but a simple energetic exchange where you beam love or good intentions at another, or smile at somebody. You know, I always love it when, like, I stop to allow someone to cross the street and they give a little wave, like, oh, thank you, you know, or even at an intersection. Just that, I always feel so joyful when someone does that, because so many times we'll stop and allow someone to go or whatever, and there's not seemingly any kind of acknowledgement of it, although energetically there is, of course. But it's always fun when someone just says, like, yes, thank you, you know, it's like, oh, that was nice, you know. And, you know, even just sharing that, sharing your excitement about life, sharing the fact that you are grateful that, you know, and appreciative of someone, it just opens up everything, you know, and it just helps the flow of energy to be much more smooth. I don't know. But let's see what the cards are. So based on this idea of sharing, what is the egoic energy, the heart energy, and what can we look forward to regardless? So funny, because last week there was all this energy around nothing moving, you know, someone not sharing or you not sharing with that egoic energy with the Emperor. And then, you know, this idea of like making a decision, you know, and all of that. And this week we're being asked to share, you know, share what we have. Share your feelings, share your ideas, share your energy, your intentions. Okay, so the ego may try to distract us with the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Here it's called the Works, is in the reverse. The heart asks that we explore further the 1 of Fire, Force, should be the Ace of Wands. What we can look forward to expect regardless is the 8 of Water in the reverse, still water. We have the Death card under the deck. An ending, transition, transformation. Okay, so the ego may try to distract us with the 3 of Earth in the reverse, called Works in this particular deck. Now, when the ego tries to distract us with the 3 of Pentacles, especially as it relates to the share, you know, the share indicates that there's more than one person involved. You're not just sharing with yourself, you're sharing with others, right? This idea of the group, another, right? And the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 3 of Earth in the reverse, is about a lack of cohesion. People are not on the same page. Someone's not getting their fair share. Someone's not sharing what they have, either their ideas, their resources. Someone's not admiring or appreciating another. So it's this whole kind of jumbled mess here. And so the ego might try to distract you with, what should I share? They're not sharing with me, right? Very egoic energy. And we've all experienced that, you know. I only want to give in order to get. And the Three of Earth in reverse is very, very egoic, because when people aren't on the same page, when there's a lack of cohesion, people tend to get very closed down and territorial. This is mine, that's yours. And the overarching theme is share. Share. And what does it look like when you share? And how does it feel when you share? The card says when you share, everyone feels happy. Well, I mean, that certainly can be true. But is it true? Are you sharing in a way that makes you feel happy? Because this is another thing. Are you sharing so much that you are resentful that you aren't getting more back? You can feel that egoic energy, the fear and the desire to hang on and to protect yourself. Again, it's neither right nor wrong, but just be aware of it when it comes in, because it's an opportunity to say, oh, I can see where I'm closing down, that I'm feeling fearful or afraid or anxious. And where can I open up more and recognize that maybe no one's withholding anything from me, or maybe there are places where I can take care of myself in ways that feel better, where I'm not giving from the bottom of the barrel, but where I am sharing from a place where I feel more open and more heart-centered and joyful. But the heart says, where can we explore further? The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Fire here, called Force. Where can I take that excitement and share it? Where can I open up more to enthusiasm for the joy of life? Where can I be more inspired and more inspiring to others, to the group, right? Again, so many times we shut down. We don't want to share our great ideas, our brilliance, because, well, for many reasons, but some of the more common ones are that everyone should know already. This is so common. People who don't understand or don't have a good grasp of communication, so they assume everyone knows that you're awesome or that you have these great ideas. You have to share them. It's important that you speak them, that you share them, that you, in some form, because that's when they take on more, they catch like wildfire. This is the spark, right? But you want things to, if you have a great idea, if you have great enthusiasm for something or somebody, share it. It will have long-lasting effects. It'll be the kindling that starts the fire, metaphorically, in many ways, because we have this ending, this transition, this transformation that's occurring. And then we have the ace, it's the start of something. And what the ego may try to distract us with is, I don't know, is everyone going to like it? Even is there this lack of cohesion, lack of camaraderie, lack of appreciation from others? Do I want to share? They're not going to like me. They're not going to accept it. And the heart says, no, explore it, share it, start it, begin it, enjoy it. And then what we can expect or look forward to regardless is the Eight of Water, still waters, in the reverse. So it may be that there is an individual who returns this week. Often we see that with the Eight of Water, the Eight of Cups in reverse. Someone coming back, you coming back into town after you've been away, or someone coming back into town. It could also be that there is something that returns in order to end a situation, a blockage here, or even a period where we have been locked down, and with the Eight of Water as the kind of an energy that runs throughout the week here, a thread, and what we can kind of, which we are likely to culminate our week with, is the Eight of Water in reverse. So this returning energy. And this return, maybe something is shared, and that's what also is helping with this transition or this transformation or this ending that is naturally occurring. You've been expecting it. Often with the Death card, it's something that is not a surprise in this context. Again, the overarching theme is share. Share with another. And what does that look like for you? How does it feel? And how does it feel when others don't share? Because the ego, again, with the Three of Pentacles here in the reverse, we have works, right? But what does it feel like when it doesn't work? When you feel as though you are being excluded, where people are not sharing with you. So many times this occurs where we feel like others aren't sharing with us, or we're not getting our fair share of appreciation or fair share of goods or resources or time. That's very egoic, because you can feel that fear and the anger and the resentment come in. And then you close down, right? Your heart closes down. Your energy closes down with that. And the heart says, no, explore this opening here with the one of fire. Where can I be the one who says, hey, I noticed you weren't, I noticed you didn't offer that to me, or I noticed that we're not on the same page. And you share your ideas, you share your information, you share your experience. So many times people will be blown away, like, oh, that's not what I intended at all. Or yeah, you know why? Because you didn't share that other thing with me before. And you can be like, oh, you're totally right. I'm sorry. How can we make this right? How can we move on from this? This is the flow. This feels good. That's what feels good. The sharing, the open communication. Share your experience. Begin something. Don't just hang on. If you light a match and you take away all the oxygen, the flame will die. But you have to fan it. You have to expose it to the air, and the oxygen helps to fan the flames. So you have to share it. You have to let things breathe, and in order to have them breathe, you have to breathe life into them, like a giant bellows. And then what we can look forward to or expect regardless is the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Water in reverse, still waters. It's like a full circle. Something is coming full circle, and with that, there's an end to something. It's like this transition, this transitional energy with the Death card under the deck. It may be that something has been kind of boxed in. I'm really drawn to this idea of the image of the rectangle here and the circle in the center, reversed or upright. It's the same. And maybe that something has been boxed in. Again, we had this idea of the lack of cohesion with the Three of Pentacles. Like, I can't share as long as if I don't know how that person's going to react, or they haven't been sharing with me, or this kind of thing. This kind of petty kind of feel. And the heart says, no, breathe life into it with this Ace of Fire, the force of your enthusiasm, your joy for life, your openness to something new coming in. Don't let something that was boxed in the past, because we have this idea of the full things coming round again with that Eight of Cups here. If something comes around again, there's an opportunity there. Don't get caught up in like, egoic, like, I'm going to squirrel away this, or squirrel away my emotions, or squirrel away my resources or my ideas, or whatever it may be. They're not doing it, so why should I kind of energy. Let me see if there's anything else I want to say. Yeah, you may feel with that Three of Earth there that, you weren't appreciated or this kind of thing. As long as you're appreciating you and loving you, then the more that you appreciate yourself, and you can look at yourself and say, I really appreciated how hard I worked on that thing, even though I didn't get the appreciation. I really appreciated how much work and effort I put into something. Maybe I didn't do it quite right, but I really tried my best. Then you rely on others less in terms of them giving that to you. And what often happens is that the more that you hold that for yourself, others then begin to reflect that back to you and say, you know what, you did a really good job. Sometimes people get distracted too, and they may not give you the attention or the accolades or the resources right at the moment that you deem right, but it's because they're distracted with something else, and then they come in and go, oh yeah, especially if you share with this, and they say, oh yeah, you know what, actually, I meant to tell you, da-da-da, kind of energy. So it's something to think about during the weekend, to play with, where you can, as often as you can, when you're comfortable, share your ideas, share your enthusiasm, share of yourself. Again, be the kindling, be the spark that begins something. It will help to end a cycle here with this. Again, there's an opportunity here, something maybe returning. And with that return, there's an opportunity to move on from it in a way that feels much more open, much more inspirational, much more inspired, enthusiastic, exciting, sexy, creative, all of that. So something to think about for the week. I hope that you find that helpful. do your best to note when the egoic energy comes in. I'm not getting mine. I didn't get this. Why should I share with them? They didn't share with me. You know, this lack of cohesion, lack of camaraderie, all of that. You know, note when it comes in and note how it affects your energy. Do you close down? Do you do tit for tat? Or are you able to say, oh, how interesting that they're not doing it for me, or they did it in the past, and even though it wasn't my preference, I'm also super excited at what I've learned or where I can go from here and how I can share, you know, more with people who do appreciate me. You know, this kind of thing. There's a lot of ways to play with it, but really it starts with your understanding of when the ego tries to distract you with feelings of lack, and where the heart says, no, I'm full already. You're full already, and you start from there. Anyway, I hope that you find that helpful. I wish you much love as always, and I'll see you on next weekly Spiritual Self-Mastery class next week, or I have the love readings coming up on the YouTube channel for August, September, and October, so you can look for those. Those should be out next week, at the end of next week, and then I have the life, purpose, and career readings for August, September, and October here on the YouTube channel. Then I also have at the Sloan Academy my online courses and the monthly life, purpose, career, and money readings that I do based on what you're meant to do, not doing what you can look forward to regardless every month. And that's over at the Sloan Academy as well. There's a free 30-day trial, and then it's 99 cents after that. Much love to you.